You're fired. I can't believe you're such a useless employee after I went out of my way to hire you. I worked as a sales representative for a major apparel company but couldn't improve my performance and got fired. However, after helping my beautiful childhood friend with her business, it quickly grew into a popular shop. Then, my usually confident childhood friend whispered shyly into my ear, "I'll make it up to you plenty. Come over here." I let her wrap her arms around my waist. "Jason." A high-pitched voice calling my name familiarly. "I'm Jason, working in the sales department of a major apparel company called Valora. I think I have enough communication skills to talk about clothes with people, but I'd prefer a quiet life. I just want to think about clothes. I only want to sell clothes that I truly believe in and don't want to release anything I don't want to sell into the world." Despite this, for some reason, I find myself working in sales for this company that mass-produces mainstream clothing. Of course, my sales performance is among the lowest. "Jason, are you working hard today too?" There's only one person who would call me by my first name in this vast office. It's Emily, the president's daughter. For some reason, which I can't fathom, she often interacts with me. "Jason, you have talent, so you need to work hard. For my sake too. Someday, you'll take over this company. Let's keep working hard together. Forever and ever." Every day, she comes to my desk and talks to me as if she's my girlfriend. But since she's the one who got me hired at this company and is the president's daughter, I can't ignore her in front of all the employees. "Jason, we're going on a date tonight. Meet me at this restaurant. I have something very important to tell you." "All right." I can foresee what would happen if I refused. When another employee had trouble with a client, everything around them ended up flying through the air, and that employee was gone the next day. "See you later," she whispered into my ear before leaving the sales department. My colleague at the next desk, who had been pretending not to see the whole thing, said, "You're so lucky, man. How did you get such a beautiful girl? I want to date a girl like that too. No matter how your performance is, she takes care of you. And your future is secure. It's the best." Probably, everyone in the sales department, except for me, thinks the same thing. I didn't respond to my colleague's teasing and just pointlessly tapped on the keyboard in front of me. After work, I headed to the restaurant Emily had specified. It was a truly luxurious French restaurant, just as she had said. "Jason, you're late." I was getting tired of waiting. Emily was already seated and waiting. I took a seat across from her. "What would you like to drink, Jason? How about some wine? Let's start with some sparkling. I'll leave it to you. You have such a push and pull personality. That's one of the things I love about you. So, I called you here today to have a proper talk. What do you think it's about?" "I don't know. Come on, even though I confess my love to you every day, you haven't noticed? You're really dull. So, Jason, let's get married." I'm well aware of Emily's outrageous personality, so I wasn't too surprised. In fact, she says similar things so often that I don't even know how serious she is. If we get married and run this company together, it would go really well. You hate the sales department, don't you? If we get married, you can get out of there and get promoted quickly. And we can make a lot of clothes together. I got irritated. It's not about wanting to get promoted. I just love clothes and want to make the ones I want to make. I refuse. Why not? It's only good things for you. I think it's a good idea. If we make clothes together, it'll be so much fun. And if we get married, you can always design the clothes I'll wear. You can always think about clothes, and I'll always be with you. I don't want to make clothes with you," I blurted out. Emily's face started to cloud over. "What do you mean by that?" "It means I have no intention of marrying you." Crash. Emily stood up with a fierce energy and stormed towards me. As soon as she got close, she yanked my tie hard, bringing my face almost against hers. "Do you know what you're saying? Do you know who made it possible for you to work here? I appreciate it. I don't need your gratitude. Show it with your actions. I'm sorry. But it's just not possible anymore." "Fine. If that's your attitude. Let's see how you like wandering the streets again. You can't do anything on your own anyway. Can't do anything on my own. That phrase hit me hard. Fine. Thank you for everything. I brushed off Emily's hand, stood up, and walked out of the private room. Hey! Stop right there. You think this is over? Her voice echoed down the hallway. I left the restaurant, feeling crushed by a heavy black cloud of emotion. The next day, I didn't go to work. No calls from the office. I stayed holed up in my one-room apartment in the city. With the curtains closed, I spent my time in bed. I didn't want to think about anything. I was exhausted. You can't do anything on your own. Those words were like a thorn stuck in my side, refusing to come out. Was I really that powerless? My father passed away in an accident when I was a child. My mother raised me alone, working at a sewing factory. She was very skilled and could create clothes just by thinking about them. Look, Jason. I made this for you. Try it on. She always made clothes for me, wearing the same ones herself. I often thought, this kind of clothes would suit her. And these shoes would go well with that dress. I love drawing, so even as a kid, I sketched these ideas in my notebook. I wanted to see my mom happy. So one day, I secretly designed some clothes for her and tried to make them myself. I was in elementary school, so of course, I didn't have any sewing skills. The result was something unwearable. But I had used fabric from around the house, so I couldn't hide it. I handed the ragged clothes to her, saying, "Mom, here. Did you make this, Jason?" she asked, looking incredulous. "Yeah. You're always wearing the same clothes. But I couldn't make it as well as you do." She gently placed her hand on my head and said, "Thank you, Jason. This is a treasure to me. I'm really, really happy. I'll cherish it forever." She smiled with tears in her eyes. "But you can't wear something so ragged. It's okay. With a little fix, it'll be just fine." "Jason, shall we work on it together?" she invited, and I nodded silently. From that day on, I drew designs, made clothes, and got more and more absorbed in the world of fashion. My mom always smiled and helped me whenever I got stuck, teaching me what to do. "Jason, you're so good at drawing and quick to learn sewing. Maybe you'll become a fashion designer someday." She said this when I was in middle school. I just want to make clothes that make you happy. I wanted to see my mom's happy face. That was my only focus. My mother passed away from an illness while I was attending fashion school. It was terminal cancer. In her hospital room, bathed in bright sunlight, she said her final words. "Jason, you've grown up to be such a thoughtful and kind person. It must have been hard with just me raising you. But you know, I was really happy. I had so much fun. You'll be fine. You'll make wonderful clothes that will make everyone happy. I'm looking forward to seeing the clothes you create out in the world, so please let me know when that happens. I'll be waiting." Since she passed, I've tried to believe in her words and endure various things in my own way. But in reality, how have things turned out? I haven't been able to report anything to her. I feel so pathetic and embarrassed that I haven't even been able to visit her grave for years. As I was reminiscing about my mother, my feet started moving on their own. About 2 hours by train from my apartment, I returned to my hometown. This town, rich in nature, has been gradually developed, and the old apartment where I lived with my mother is no longer there. Its location, surrounded by both mountains and the sea, has become popular, and it's crowded with people and cars on weekends. On weekdays, there aren't as many tourists, and locals go about their daily lives. I'm glad it's a weekday. Thinking that, I headed straight for the seaside. It was a clear day, and the sound of the waves was calm. Feeling the pleasantness, I gazed at the sea from the breakwater. The sparkling surface of the water seemed to cleanse my previously darkened heart. When I was in middle school, I often sat on this breakwater near our shabby apartment, thinking about clothing designs. The sound of the waves somehow made the work go smoothly. "Are you drawing again?" Someone peeked over my shoulder. "Hey, cut it out." I was embarrassed to have my designs seen and tried to hide them, but she was quick and snatched my sketchbook in no time. It was my childhood friend, Lisa. She was bright and fast on her feet. We attended the same school through elementary and middle school. In middle school, she joined the track team and won competitions with her speed. Her tan skin showed how hard she was practicing. Wow, this is amazing. How can you draw such incredible pictures? I'm really jealous because I can't draw at all. It's not that great. I was secretly pleased with her compliment. There you go, being modest again. Have a bit more confidence. I wish I could draw like that. If you practice, you'll get better. Nope, drawing is the one thing I'm hopeless at. I do have a knack for imagining good designs in my head, though. I wish you could draw the clothes I imagine. I'll draw them for you. Really? Okay, let's see, the top should be, what's the word for it? Lisa, you should probably study a bit more about things other than track. Hey! You just made fun of me. You totally did. You jerk. She tickled my side vigorously. I always lose my composure around her. She makes me realize how cheerful I can be. That's how Lisa is, someone who brightens the surroundings just by being there. But really, Jason, your designs are amazing. They really sparkle. What do you mean? Well, it's like, if these clothes existed in the world, it would be so wonderful. It makes me excited. Like you really thought about the person who would wear them. She had a sharp intuition about things like this. I want to make clothes for my mom. Your mom? Yeah. I totally get it. Your mom would look amazing in these clothes. She's really beautiful. Lisa always had a way of lifting people up. Even if you compliment me, it won't get you anything. What? No, I mean, your mom is so beautiful that anything would look good on her. You little. Looks like I'd better run. I wonder how Lisa is doing. Lisa went to a top-notch track school, so she left our hometown. We were close. We exchanged contact info and talked on the phone about our days when we first started school. But as I got busier with preparations for fashion school, and Lisa stopped reaching out, we drifted apart. I wonder if she's still running. Sitting on the breakwater, I thought about these things absent-mindedly. Knowing Lisa, she's probably still energetic somewhere. Jason? I heard a familiar voice call my name. It couldn't be. She couldn't be here. But that voice was unmistakable. Wow. Jason. No way. What a surprise. How have you been? Turning around, I saw a woman in a pink short sleeve and shorts running outfit, with long black hair and a ponytail. But her voice, mannerisms, and carefree smile were just as they were back then. No doubt about it, it was Lisa. I saw someone sitting on the breakwater and thought, no way, but it's you, Jason. You haven't changed a bit. I couldn't believe I was seeing her. It was such an unexpected surprise. Not only seeing her but also seeing how much she'd grown. It's been a while. Jason, you really haven't changed at all. Is that all you have to say after all this time? I didn't recognize you at first. Really? Have I changed that much? Yeah. You got older. Hey. This banter felt so comfortable. Jason, what are you doing here? Do you live around here? How's your mom? A chill ran through my heart. Mom passed away. It was while I was attending fashion school. Oh. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. But wait, you went to fashion school? Are you a designer now? Are you working in apparel? Reluctantly, I explained. I got fired. What? You got fired? Why? What happened? Where do I even start? No, nothing like that. I just wasn't good at the job. But what kind of job? Sales for an apparel company. Sales? Jason doing sales? That's impossible. You, who's so bad at talking, doing sales? Don't laugh so much. My words came out harsher than I intended. Sorry. I just couldn't imagine you doing sales. So, have you stopped designing? Yeah. I see. That's a shame. Lisa thought for a moment, then said, Hey, could you help me out with something? What's up? Lisa looked a bit embarrassed. Actually, I run an apparel shop. How many more surprises are in store for me? What? You, Lisa? Yeah, I was embarrassed to say it, but there's no point talking about it here. Come to my shop? I decided to follow Lisa. This is my shop. The sign read Urban Athlete above a stylish, cozy storefront. Inside, shelves covered the walls, displaying rows of shoes. There were clearly more shoes than clothes. The shoes were mainly sneakers and those designed to reduce foot strain, rather than fashionable ones. Come on in. Past a single door was Lisa's workshop, filled with shoemaking tools, molds, and sewing machines. Sorry for the mess. I'll get us some drinks. Have a seat. I sat in the chair Lisa offered and looked around the workshop. In one corner of the room, there were basic appliances like a small fridge and a microwave. Do you make shoes? Yeah, I do. Well, I come up with designs that are athlete-friendly and ask craftsmen to make them. I couldn't believe Lisa was doing this. Surprised? I know, I can't draw, but I could barely make a sample shoe. So, I somehow managed. Lisa sat in another chair, holding a mug in both hands, and started to talk. You know, I went to that top track school in another prefecture, right? Things were going well. I made the regular team for short distance races and participated in competitions. Her hands gripped the mug tightly. But just before the national championships in my second year of high school, I suddenly couldn't walk. Lisa's face twisted slightly. My feet had been hurting for a while, but I thought it was normal and kept practicing with some tape. Then one morning, I couldn't get up. Apparently, overusing my feet affected my back. I had surgery and could walk again, but I couldn't run like before. So, I switched to being a team assistant. I see. That must have been tough. Now I understood why Lisa had stopped contacting me. It was hard, wasn't it? Yeah. I was really down for a while. But I still loved track and field, so I supported everyone. Helping with their running forms and thinking about how to avoid injuries, using my experience as a lesson. I figured there were still many things I could do. I wondered how she felt watching others run so smoothly when she couldn't. Can you run now? Yeah. I can do everything in daily life without any issues. I can even do light jogging. At one point, I didn't know what would happen. But I'm glad I can run again. You're strong, Lisa. Not really. I cried a lot. But I love running, so I wanted to keep doing it in some form. That's amazing, really. Oh, stop, you're embarrassing me. Alright. So, I thought, if I focus on reducing foot strain, I can wear stylish shoes like pumps. But shoes that reduce strain are usually really ugly. You want to wear stylish shoes on dates, right? Lisa, can you even go on dates? Hey! You're mocking me. I do have some demand. Okay. You're not convinced, huh? Anyway, I thought of making stylish shoes that athletes can wear. But since I can't draw, I barely managed to make samples, which is not cost-effective or time-efficient. So, Jason, can you draw shoe designs for me? I prefer clothes. Come on. Shoes and clothes are kind of the same to draw, right? I need you to sketch the shoes I imagine. Even though I said I preferred clothes, I wasn't entirely opposed to the idea. After entering the shop and seeing the displayed shoes, I had a good idea of what kind of shoes Lisa wanted to make and the style she aimed for. I already had various images and ideas in my head about how to improve and make them more stylish. Sure. Really? That's awesome. But if I'm doing it seriously. Don't take it lightly. I should be saying that. Don't back out halfway. Alright, first, give me your foot. What? I stood up from my chair, knelt down at Lisa's feet, took off her shoe, and exposed her bare foot. See? If you improve the silhouette around here, the shoe looks much better. Wait, Jason. What? I mean, I was just running, and my feet are dirty. It's embarrassing to have them looked at so closely. I glanced again at what was before me. A pair of well-toned, slightly muscular legs extended from her shorts. She must have trained hard, resulting in these legs that were neither too thin nor too thick, but just right. They were really beautiful. I was taken aback. What am I thinking? I quickly let go of her foot and stood up. Sorry. No, it's me who should apologize. What were we talking about again? Trying to shake off the awkwardness, I grabbed a shoe mold and started discussing shoe design to forget what just happened. Listening to Lisa's ideas, I began sketching designs on the spot. We exchanged thoughts, tweaking the designs as we went along. This is fun. It's been a while since I felt this way. I felt fulfilled again. Wow. This is amazing. You came up with so many designs in such a short time, and they are exactly what I envisioned. Lisa's eyes sparkled. I'm glad I could help. I couldn't believe I was feeling this way again. Then I noticed the clothes in the shop. What about those clothes? Oh, those. I thought they were nice, so I decided to stock them. We have stylish shoes, but also running shoes and sneakers. And they sometimes don't go well with regular clothes. So, I thought it would be nice to have outfits that go well with them. But coordinating them is tough. How about I make them? I spoke before I could think. What? I'll design the clothes to go with your shoes. What? Are you selling something? Idiot. It'd be a waste not to. You have so many great shoe ideas. I'll create the clothes to match them. Really? That's amazing. Yeah, leave it to me. Wow. This is incredible. And so, we started working together on both shoes and clothes. We completely changed the shop layout, added more mannequins, and coordinated the displays with both shoes and outfits. On weekends, the number of tourists visiting the shop increased noticeably. The stylish yet comfortable shoes gained popularity, and soon athletes began talking about our shop on social media. Photos of our products spread online, and our unique clothing designs also became popular, leading to a flood of orders from our previously stagnant online store. Before we knew it, our sales hit record highs, and the shop became quite well known. I moved out of my city apartment and into a slightly larger 1 LDK apartment in my hometown. My new home became my sewing workshop, filled with fabric scraps. I brought my old bed from the apartment, managing to keep a space to sleep. Lisa's shop sales were doing well. I could make clothes again. It had been so long since I felt this happy. Just then, the intercom buzzed. I opened the door to find Lisa looking excited. Jason. What's up? You're so fidgety this morning. Come on in. I invited Lisa into my place. We often visited each other's homes to brainstorm design ideas. Lisa sat down in the living room chair. She seemed to be holding something. I handed her an iced coffee and asked, "What's that?" She replied, "Guess what? We got an invitation." An invitation? Yeah, to a reception party hosted by Valora. I felt my fingers go numb. Isn't it amazing? Our shop has grown so much that we received an invitation from Valora. I've had goosebumps ever since I got it. Hey, Jason. Are you okay? I had never told Lisa where I used to work. I used to work at Valora. What? You did sales at Valora? Yeah. I see. I didn't know. Lisa paused for a moment before saying, "Valora must be blind to fire someone like you." Okay, let's skip the party. I expected her to say that. No, let's go. Are you sure, Jason? I'm sure. I'm not the same person I used to be. All right. I couldn't have grown my shop this big without you, Jason. It wouldn't feel right to go to the party without you. If you're okay with it, please come with me. Okay. I decided to attend Valora's party with Lisa 2 weeks later. The party was in the evening, so after working in the shop, I went home to change into a suit and then returned to the workshop. We closed the shop for the day. While Lisa was still getting ready, I tidied up the store. Hey, Lisa, are you ready? Hold on, the zipper is stuck. Get ready quickly, the taxi's on its way. Valora, if it's a party, Emily will probably be there too. I hope nothing happens at the venue. I heard the workshop door open. Sorry to keep you waiting. Is the zipper? Lisa stepped out in an off-shoulder dress with a deep slit, in a nude pink color. She wore simple beige open-toe pumps. Her long black hair was styled into a beautiful updo. Usually without makeup, her face now looked even more stunning. How do I look? Is it okay? I was so captivated I couldn't speak. Hey, do I look weird? Tell me. No, you look beautiful. Don't be so blunt. You're embarrassing me. Well, if I try, I can look this good. Did I leave you speechless? Alright, the taxi's here. Let's go. We got into the taxi and headed to the venue for Valora's party. The party was held in the banquet hall of a renowned luxury hotel. Everywhere I looked, there were famous fashion designers. Hey, Jason, it's a buffet. The food looks amazing, Lisa said. She didn't seem to recognize any of the people around her, and she was simply excited about the party. I was more nervous than she was. Lisa's carefree attitude helped me relax a bit. Don't eat too much, Lisa. That dress shows off your figure. I know. Oh. A familiar, unpleasant voice reached my ears. Well, look who it is. How have you been? It was Emily. Long time no see. Why so formal? Enjoy the party. Emily glanced at Lisa standing next to me and asked, and who might this be? I whispered to Lisa, this is Emily, the president's daughter at Valora. Oh, I'm Lisa, the owner of Urban Athlete. Thank you for inviting us tonight. Lisa responded nervously and bowed. Oh, you're the one. I looked into your shop. I heard you used to be an athlete. Yes, I was a sprinter. I see. So, this is your first time at an event like this. No wonder you're nervous. And that dress must be quite the adjustment for you. It looks nice, though it's quite the transformation. Oh, Lisa's face turned red. Well, Jason, see you around. With that, Emily walked away. Hey, what was that all about? She was so rude. What's your relationship with the president's daughter? Lisa whispered angrily. That's just how she is. And there's nothing between us. I don't know why she always bothers me. I said, trying to calm her down. Rich people can be so stuck up. Let's go eat a ton, Jason. So, we enjoyed the food at the party for a while. Jason, I'm stuffed. I ate so much. You really are something else. While we were eating, the room was filled with notable people networking. It felt like a world far removed from ours, so we didn't try to force any interactions. We stood at the edge of the venue, observing the entire party. Jason, my feet hurt. She had worn uncomfortable shoes for the occasion. I told you not to wear pumps. Here, sit down. Thanks. I'll get us some drinks. What would you like? Oolong tea. Got it. I left Lisa and headed to the drinks counter. I grabbed 2 oolong teas and was just a few steps away from reaching Lisa when Emily stepped in front of me. Jason, are you enjoying the party? Emily blocked my way. Yes. Thank you. We were close enough for Lisa to see us, and if we spoke too loudly, she might hear us. Lisa was busy with her phone and hadn't noticed the situation yet. I wanted to get away and back to Lisa as soon as possible. Great. Hey, Jason, why don't you come back to Valora? My dad's here tonight, and I can ask him directly if you'd like. I can't believe she has the nerve to say that. No, thank you. I appreciate the offer. Oh, don't be so modest. I mean, you must hate working in such a small-town workshop. I want you to spread your wings in a bigger company. She's deliberately speaking loudly. Lisa looked up from her phone and noticed us. She heard. If you stay there, you'll ruin yourself. So, come back to me. I refuse. My voice rose involuntarily. The room went silent. How dare you embarrass me like this? Do you know what this means? You'll never survive in this industry. You can't do anything on your own. Stop it. Lisa stood up to Emily. Jason is not incapable. Thanks to him, my shop has grown. Without him, I wouldn't be here today. Shut up. Emily shoved Lisa hard. No. Heard a ripping sound. as Lisa fell to the floor. Her dress tore at the slit. Oh my gosh, how ridiculous. That's what you get for wearing something you're not used to. Why don't you change back into your sportswear? With that, Emily walked away. I took off my suit jacket and wrapped it around Lisa's waist, helping her up. We left the hall and headed to a private room. Lisa, I'm so sorry. I dragged you into this mess. What are you talking about? This isn't your fault, Jason. It's that awful president's daughter. She's got the worst personality. She was trying to sound cheerful, but her trembling voice betrayed her. She must have been really scared. Lisa, I'm sorry for scaring you. Let's just go home. No. Half crying, Lisa insisted. It's so frustrating. Jason, you're amazing. And yet, she said you can't do anything and belittled you. If we leave now, it'll seem like she was right and we're giving up. Tears streamed down Lisa's face. But my dress is torn, and I can't go back like this. We should leave now, I don't care what they say about me. But I can't stand them bad-mouthing you, Jason. I never knew she felt this way. Thank you, Lisa. I couldn't help but hug her as she cried. It's so frustrating. I don't want to leave like this. Her determination moved me deeply. I won't run away anymore. Let's go back. But my dress is ruined. I can't go out like this. I glanced around the room. Don't worry, leave it to me. Good evening, and thank you for attending Velora's party tonight. It was President of Velora, Mr. Smith, giving the opening speech. He was saying the usual pleasantries. We appreciate your ongoing support. The room suddenly buzzed with chatter. The entire venue became noisy all at once. Emily, standing near Mr. Smith, looked toward the source of the commotion. There stood Lisa, being escorted by me. Hey, isn't that the girl who had a fight with the president's daughter? She's wearing a different dress now, right? Wow, that dress is beautiful. Isn't the top part made from the same fabric as her original dress? It's like Cinderella. Lisa's dress had been altered, with the torn part removed and the bottom half refashioned using the curtain fabric from the venue to create a new long dress. A large bow was added to the sleeves, and her hair was styled into a half updo to enhance her elegance. Gorgeous. Impressive. Word of what had happened spread throughout the room, and soon everyone was praising the transformation. Who made this dress? Someone in the crowd asked Lisa. She responded, he did. Jason did. Jason. Is that really you? Among the attendees, there was John, the former project leader from Lux. John. A chill ran through me. The eyes of the crowd and the memory of John's gaze from that time overlapped. I felt dizzy. Was I going to, again? I'm sorry. What? I failed to recognize your talent. That design was yours. I deeply regret what happened. John bowed deeply. Jason? What's going on? Who is this man? Lisa asked. After graduating from fashion school, I joined Lux. My designs were quickly recognized, and I got involved in a project that aimed to create clothes for Paris Fashion Week. Within the company, they called me a genius. I was thrilled. Having my designs acknowledged was the ultimate compliment for a designer. Mom, wait for me. Soon, I'll be making clothes for Paris Fashion Week. I'm thinking about which designs to use. When my clothes make it to Paris, I'll come and tell you all about it. I used to say this at my mother's grave. Then one day, the incident happened. Bang! On John's desk lay another design that was identical to mine. But the names on the designs were mine and my senior colleague Steve's. Did you really steal someone else's work? What? Someone saw you taking his drawings. I had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't steal anything. These were my drawings, ones I had created myself. How could I have taken them from myself? What's going on? I couldn't process everything fast enough. Don't just stand there, say something. The project leader's voice echoed through the office. Multiple people saw you sneaking around with his drawings. I felt the blood drain from my face. That's not true. It's not true. I wanted to speak, but no words came out. Multiple people saw me? How? Why are you silent? Say something. I could hear the frustration in John's voice. This isn't true. I didn't plagiarize. These are my designs. I wanted to say that, but my mouth wouldn't move. John sighed with a mix of anger and disappointment. So, you've been lying all along. I'm not lying. I thought hard about these designs since I was a child, revising them countless times until they were perfect. They're treasures I created with my mother, discussing how to make them more beautiful. But I couldn't get the words out. A designer who can't make clothes on their own. You're useless. Don't show your face here again. I was betrayed. After joining the company, I quickly rose through the ranks and was involved in creating clothes for Paris Fashion Week. A project everyone aspired to. But not everyone praised my success, and some were envious. The Paris Fashion Week project was also operated by several teams. Within these teams, roles were divided based on expertise, such as design, sewing, and other specialties. I had a feeling that Steve, a senior 5 years older than me from another team, didn't think highly of me. But I didn't let it bother me. My team was kind and genuinely appreciated my designs, always discussing how to make them better. Then came the rumor that I had stolen Steve's design. In reality, it was a scheme by Steve's team to frame me. Even as John interrogated me, I started to realize this. But in that moment, my mind went blank and I couldn't say anything, making me look like the plagiarist. As a result, I was fired from Lux, hit rock bottom, cut off all contact with people, and wandered aimlessly for years. I only ventured out to the nearby park. I would just stare at my sketchbook, unable to design anything new. I used to love designing. Now I was branded a plagiarist for life. Then, one day, Emily approached me in the park, asking if I wanted to make clothes again. The chance to design once more led me to join Valora, but their mass-market approach didn't suit my desire for originality. Deemed useless, I was relegated to the sales department. It was my fault for not realizing it sooner. When I had them explain the concept behind the design, they couldn't. Under pressure. They admitted to framing you. I tried to contact you, but you had disappeared. I'm truly sorry. Please, John, don't apologize. It's in the past. I should have spoken up. Misunderstandings piled up. I'm sorry. I bowed my head to John. I finally said it. I finally said I wasn't a plagiarist. John lifted his head and announced to the room, he was once the youngest designer at Lux, hailed as a genius. I have the utmost respect for his work. Lux? The top-tier brand? You worked there? Of course he can create great designs. Bravo! The room erupted in applause. Jason. Lisa looked confused, trying to grasp the situation. I'm sorry for the surprise. I'll explain everything later. Bravo! A loud voice boomed through the microphone. It was President of Valora, Mr. Smith. Wonderful! Not only did you fix the dress, but also you created something new and made it even better. Simply fantastic. I hear you used to be with us. How about we bring you back with better conditions? Dad, stop it. I've seen his designs, and they don't fit our company's concept. I know better designers who would be a better fit. I'll introduce them to you next time. Emily spoke clearly into the microphone, making sure everyone could hear. Oh, I see. All right. Jason, you're always welcome at our company. Not a chance. I thought to myself, but I only bowed slightly in response. And so, this unprecedented party came to a close. Please design for our company too. Would you consider working with us? I never imagined a day like this would come when my skills were in such high demand. I'm glad. All my efforts weren't in vain. Thank you. I felt my eyes well up with tears. Finally, as people began to leave, Lisa and I returned to the private room. Phew. I'm exhausted. And what the heck, Jason? You're a genius? Well, something like that. Why didn't you tell me? I've been making a genius do assistant work. Now I feel embarrassed. It's all right. You gave me a reason to keep going. I'm really grateful. Thank you. Being a genius is fine, but you shouldn't use other people's stuff without permission. We need to apologize to the hotel for cutting the curtains. I hadn't thought about that, being so focused on getting through the moment. You're right. I'll be careful. But hey, this is great. You finally get a fresh start. Yeah. Alright, let's head home. We decided to go home. As we were heading through the lobby, Emily came running up to us. Wait a minute. What do you want? Lisa, already on edge, spoke sharply, but I stepped in front of her to face Emily. What was she going to say? I braced myself. I'm sorry. Emily's first words were unexpected. I want to explain. Emily looked directly at me. When I was in high school, my mom was kicked out by my dad. He had a new mistress and wanted to be with her. I loved my mom so much. She took great care of me, and we shared a love for fashion. I wanted to leave with her, but she didn't let me. She thought I'd have a better life with Dad. I cried and begged, but she didn't let me go with her. After she left, my life felt so dark. I felt like I could die at any moment. Tears welled up in Emily's eyes. But then, I saw you in the park on my way back from school. You looked so sad, and at first, I thought you were homeless. But every day, you were looking at a sketchbook. I was curious about what was in it. Emily continued, looking a bit guilty. One day, you tore a page from your sketchbook and threw it in the trash. I picked it up because I wanted to see what was on it. It was a beautiful drawing of a dress. I was so moved that someone could draw such beautiful clothes. Emily's expression remained serious. She didn't seem to be lying. From that day, I had a goal. I wanted to take over my dad's company and make beautiful clothes. I thought if I became the top, my mom might come back. That's why I wanted you so much. I wanted to use your designs to make my company bigger. I could sense the strong resolve in Emily's words. Your name was on the drawing, so I tried desperately to find out about you. That's when I heard that you had risen to the youngest designer at Lux, only to leave after being caught up in a plagiarism scandal. Emily clenched her fists. I knew you didn't plagiarize. As I dug deeper, I realized you were set up. But I still wanted you at my company. I wanted you to make clothes with me, so I stayed silent. I'm sorry. Emily bowed deeply. When you didn't do well in the design department at Valora, you were about to be fired. I asked my dad to transfer you to sales. He agreed to keep you if you could prove yourself there. That's why you were sent to sales. After a brief pause, Emily continued, her voice trembling slightly with tears. But maybe it would have been better for you to leave. I made you stay out of my selfishness, and you had to endure so much. I'm really sorry. Emily kept her head bowed, unable to look up. Please raise your head. I didn't know you had thought so much about me. I'm sorry for treating you coldly. Emily looked up, shaking her head. Her face streaked with tears. I'm really, really sorry. Emily pulled something out of her jacket pocket. This is for you. I think it's important. I was stunned. It was the design drawing I had thrown away in the park when I was at my lowest. It was the original design for that project, one I had created with my mother. Later, I regretted discarding it and went back to the park's trash can, but it was already gone. Thank you for keeping it safe. I bowed my head in gratitude. Emily, looking somewhat relieved, said, finally, I said everything I needed to. Now I can start fresh. Keep making great clothes. She extended her hand. Yes. I shook her hand firmly. All right, the villain is leaving. The girl behind you scares me to death. Lisa was glaring daggers at Emily. Goodbye. With that, Emily left with a clear conscience. A year has passed since then. Mom, I've finally started making my own clothes. Sorry it took so long to tell you. I visited my mother's grave for the first time in years. I could finally report my progress to her. You've done well. It felt like my mother was saying that to me. I launched my own brand. It's called Rebirth, meaning to be rebirth. Lisa's shop continued to thrive as well. I had become somewhat famous in the apparel industry, and thanks to media coverage, even people outside the industry recognized me from time to time. After the cemetery visit, I headed to Lisa's workshop. "I'm back. Jason, help me over here." Lisa's demanding nature was still going strong. If anything, it might have gotten worse. Yes, Your Highness. Stop calling me that, it's embarrassing. Remember how they called you Cinderella? That's not my character at all. You escorted me so confidently into that hall. Well, your feet were hurting, right? If you had tripped there, it would have been a disaster. Yeah, that's true. Alright, as long as you're satisfied, princess. Well then, I should thank you properly for escorting me. Thank me? Lisa started edging closer to me. My back was already against the wall, leaving me nowhere to retreat. What are you doing? I'm thanking you. Thanking me? Yes, a thank you. Wait, what? Lisa wrapped her arms around my waist. Is this really happening? But before I could think any further. Wait. Stop it. No, I can't take it. She started tickling me vigorously with her hands around my waist. Come on. Stop messing around. What? Were you expecting something else? You idiot. Wait, you. Looks like I'd better run. I never thought I would have days where I could laugh like this. No matter how deep the darkness or how low you fall, if you don't lose sight of yourself, eventually light will shine through. No matter how tough it gets, you should never give up. Just as someone guided me, I hope I can become someone who guides others.